Okay, hello teacher. This is our group work and this is my group members. Next stage, please. Our group work is divided into 4 parts. Next stage, please. First, global logistics and how dynamic is logistics. Next stage, please. 1.1. Logistics means how to manage the resources attaining, storage, and carriage to their destination. Global logistics connect different nations. The largest market is American. Logistics industry is just started in some of developing countries. Next stage, please. 1.2. Logistics is capital-intensive and labor-intensive industry. Next stage, please. 1.3. There is the evolution of logistics. From this graph, we can know that with the development of the logistics industry, logistics is constantly changing. From the beginning, tactical has gradually become strategic, and the complexity has gradually increased. Next stage, please. 1.4.1. Main player and market share. We all know that the 4 largest logistics companies in the world. Only UPS is a state-owned enterprise. Next stage, please. From these 2 graphs, we can know UPS, DHL, and FedEx accounted for the largest proportions. The 3 companies together accounted for half of the market. Next stage, please. 1.5. Here are some key features of the logistics. First one, competitive environment. Logistics networks, government service, and investment and policies. The next one, digitization. Use information technology to be competitive globally. Apply mobile agent technology to tracking. They were also affected by COVID-19, labor cutback, manufacturing operations stagnation, and supply chain interrupt. Needs diversification, wide choice, service in high quality, service in time. The last one is sustainability, responsible to consumption and production, and innovating and green supply chain, clean and renewable energy. The next part is for my team member, Jinjun Yu, to introduce. Thank you.
Thanks, Zhou Sha. I will describe some of the challenges facing the international logistics industry. Firstly, strict government regulation and fierce market environment are first challenges. Different countries have different transport rules and regulations, but it is difficult for every employee to understand them. In addition, most countries have enacted emission reduction laws, which means that the cost of the transportation will increase, and inflation will put additional pressure on the industry. On the other hand, the price of fuel, transport equipment upgrades will make different logistics companies face economic pressure. Labor shortage and productivity shortfalls are the second challenges. As more and more people use the internet to shop, the demand for logistics industry is increasing, which means more and more employees are needed. So the shortage of the labor has become one of the main problems facing the logistics industry. For example, 13% of British freight drivers come from the European Union. However, Britain's departure from the European Union and new immigration rules have left fewer freight drivers. Moreover, transport workers take 3 times as many days off as the UK average, which means logistics will be less productive. Technology update is one of the important challenges facing the industry. Although technology update will increase the pressure on the economic of the enterprise, it will also improve the quality of the service and increase the worker efficiency. Logistic, for example, has improved order tracking capabilities, making it easy for the customer to find the order and reduce the order lost routes. And sharing networks have made it easy and efficient to deliver information. Okay, I would like to introduce the Zongchang Zhang. He will introduce the rest of part.
The first challenge facing the logistics industry is customer demand. With the rise of e-commerce, people's requirement for service are also increasing. People expect faster efficiency and speed, but also require more advanced service and more comfortable service environment, which undoubtedly brings pressure to the logistics industry. They must spend more money to meet the needs of customer and develop better technology to meet the needs of customer service. Moreover, the of each company is in the competitive stage, which undoubtedly increase the pressure of competition to better meet the need of customer. The fifth challenge is suitable development. With the development of the global economic, people are more inclined to online shopping. The sharp increase in order has put pressure on the logistics industry, which has higher technology requirement for the logistics industry, and the increase in the number of logistics leaders to the shortage of workers. Therefore, slowing the shortage of workers is also an important problem of suitable development. With the increase of orders, suitable development has a higher requirement for green environment protection, and many countries has strengthened the separation of environment production. This is my part. Let's introduce the third part by Chunhui Wu.
I'm going to introduce you to the first three parts of the strategies used by MNCs in dealing with the global business environment. The first part is about the acquisition strategy with the development of world business in the logistics industry. The consolidation of the business landscape has become an inevitable direction of development. Firstly, look at the graph on the right, which presents the acquisitions of major companies in the world, with logistic industry from 2005 onwards to the 2016. The acquisition of TNT by FedEx in 2016 is considered certainly the most typical example of this strategy. This acquisition opened up the European market for FedEx, further expanding its competitiveness in the global marketplace. But such an effect measure, it was still offset by many logistics companies at the time who believed it would be violate the rules of the industrial monopoly. However, in a rapidly evolving global business environment, acquisitions are an inevitable strategy for the large MNCs. Please, next slide. The second strategy is about automation. Labor shortages and rising costs have undoubtedly affected all industries around the world, including the logistics industry. And with this, large MNCs have purposed the use of automation technology to address the pressures of labor shortage. This has not only reduced the labor cost, but has also improved the efficiency of their usual production operations. In addition, the impact of the COVID-19 on the global economy and on various industries has been significant in the last 2 years. As we can see on the right, DHL is using its warehouse robots to cope with the impact of the COVID-19 on itself. However, the cost of warehouse robots and the accuracy of their operation have become new challenges. The third part of the digital strategy may slow this problem. Next list there. Okay, as early as 2017, DHL cooperated with Huawei Technology to first carry out travels of the IoT applications in China, using IoT to simplify warehouse management in daily logistics operations and solve some automation problems, such as tracks in warehouses. At the same time, DHL sources estimate that the IoT has the potential to bring up to the 1.77 trillion euros of added value to the international logistics industry by 2025, but it will take time to see how much of an impact this will have on large MNCs for a number of reasons, such as strict government regulations and restrictions on cooperation between companies from different countries. That's my part. Please, my group member Jialei Ren to introduce the next part.
Okay, thank you, Chunhui. And the first part is for customers. In recent years, higher efficiency, faster speed, and good digital fitness are expected by customers, and the FedEx do a good example for the whole industry. The first one is provide users with personalized data experience, which means that FedEx will assign appropriate agents to customers according to their habits and preference, just like assigning a positive agent who is good at communication. So what kind of person you are, what kind of agent will appear. The second one is customer security is a property. They have a service where you can reach out and redirect your package delivery to a secure location. That way, if you are out of town or won't be home to catch your delivery, you can pick it up at the secure FedEx location after the fact. They have been partnered with other stores. They get access to redirect packages sent for deliveries from their phone or computer, and schedule pickups at secure locations up to 7 days later. The third one is proactive notification of customers service. FedEx also offers DIY customers a range of self-service options. They break down frequently asked questions into clear and concise questions and answers on their website. Okay, next page, please. The last part is for sustainability, which means green logistics. Governments of all countries make size to reduce the environmental pollution. Logistics companies have had a change their business models. DHL uses the urban freight by bicycle for grain delivery. This solution significantly reduces emissions by minimizing the mileage and time that standard distribution vehicle traveling on the road. DHL have launched two pilot urban hub concepts in Frankfurt, which the fifth largest city in Germany. And also the UPS investing in alternative for vehicles and the last lead in telematics, which combines technology and information to help drivers become more efficient with every mile they drive. It has helped UPS to increase fuel economy by 10% from 2000 to 2009, which subtains in force. The company is planning to improve by it another 10% by 2020. So UPS also guides its customers involved by bringing transparency into carbon reporting and offering the option to all sides. Okay, next part is a summary for my partner Dongcheng Han.
Okay, thank you, Jialei. In summary, the recent year, the logistic industry is in a very great change. Also, it's still a labor-intensive industry, but the entrepreneurs want to make the machine or instructor to replace the human beings to save money. So it has a tendency to being a capital intensive industry, and our group members find five of the key features of the industry. The first two are the industry is affected badly by the coronavirus, and it is had a tendency to being digitalization. As we know, many of the logistic company want to automation to face because of a lot of labors are cut back by the coronavirus. They had to automation to face this kind of change. And thirdly, the market environment is fierce, and the government regulation are very strict in this industry. And so no matter for the big companies or the small companies, they are all very hard to survive. The way they can deal with the strategies they can deal with it are improve their service and adequate other companies. And the fourth feature is sustainable. As we know, the logistic may do harm to our environment. So many of the companies had to try to use the clean energy and do some innovation in their supply chain, like they can replace use the paper box to replace the plastics to make a green logistics. And finally, last but not least, the need of the market is going to diversification. So to meet the different needs of the market, the companies have to offer more choice to their customers and giving them some high quality service in time, which allow them to make more money. And here is the list. And thank you. Here is the list of our group coursework. Thank you.